Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel here. Wasn't really planning on making a video today, as you can kind of see. Not in the studio, not in my normal walk and talk realm here, and it's pretty snowy outside, so I'm not going outside. But man, I got a rant about something. We just had the AusX race happen this weekend, and it was wild. It was crazy. So let's just talk about this for a few minutes here. So first up, before I go into my Holster Co reload rant here, we'll just go with off-season racing here in the AusX Open. So the AusX Open, absolutely effing wild, like unbelievably effing wild here. If you haven't seen it, I believe it was like a 3-race format for the guys. I think, again, I haven't watched all of it. I've only watched highlights. I've watched some of the races on YouTube here that popped up. But anyway, so race number 2, Jet crashes, bike's too banged up, cannot continue, can't even race number 3. Also in race number 2, Webb has a crash with the guy, and I woke up to text messages from people saying that Webb broke his wrist, which is going to be a big bummer for him coming into the 2025 season. Now, Webb was looking really, really good, and we are going to be filming the 450 Supercross preview show here in a couple of weeks. If you haven't checked it out, make sure to go back on the channel. We filmed a 250 Supercross preview show already. But anyway, back to the AusX Open here. So just wild second race that takes out 2 of the heaviest hitters in that class. Now, Webb looked great before that. He looked like he was turning and burning. He was super fast in that first race. I watched the first one and the second one there. Just unbelievably fast. And then just disaster strikes. And I haven't heard it confirmed if it is a broken wrist. It looked pretty positive, and I had some boots on the ground there that were telling me it was a broken wrist. So I'm going to go on the assumption he broke his wrist last night, which at a minimum is probably like 3 weeks that he's going to be off the bike here, essentially in prime boot camp time here. So that's going to be interesting to see how he bounces back from that. Now, unless it's something super gnarly, if it's just a standard broken wrist, you're talking 3-4 weeks till he's back on the bike. But you go 3 or 4 weeks from now, I mean, you're talking literally like 2 weeks before Anaheim, he's going to be back on the bike. That's gonna be a bummer. Jet again gets lucky, has that crash. Again, the bike is fucked, but at least he doesn't seem to be fucked, so that's good. And Hunter Lawrence won, which was crazy, because like that first moto race, whatever you want to call it, wasn't super great. Was not super great. The second one was a little better, and the third one was a little better. And just consistency got him that win. But what a very wild off-season race. Savachi picks up the title for the Australian Supercross Series, so that's cool. So that's all I got to say about the AusX Open. It was wild. Waking up to an off-season race of messages of this main guy's hurt is crazy. So we'll just have to see how that goes. But it's man, that's a big bummer for Webb, because he was looking good compared to what he looked last year. He was looking good coming into 2025 here. Now, my Holster Co reload rant. So I'm perusing YouTube here while I'm working on YouTube, and I find this channel, I believe it's called, and I'm going to call them out here too, because this is one of those things where I'm like, this is stupid. I believe it's called like the MX Update channel, right? And again, if you make a channel, okay, fine, whatever. This channel's fully AI, which means the voice in it was AI. And I could tell, at first I was a little like, maybe I'm wrong. Nope. Then I could totally tell, because Joey Savachi, or however the hell it pronounced it, was unfucking real. So this person has basically created a channel and is scraping everything. That's why all of their clips were from press day at AusX Open that were cell phone clips that they've obviously scraped or saved or something off of probably Instagram or YouTube Shorts, who knows. Basically, what drives me crazy about this and because we run into this occasionally too with all the clips that we post, is that people will take your clips essentially like that, and they'll just repurpose them into their own content like that. And so now they have a channel that does views, that makes money because they've got it set up. And this is stuff that I'm just too technically retarded to even know how to do, where they can pull all of these videos within like 45 minutes of the race being over. And they now have all these videos that they're going to be able to use that aren't even theirs, which drives me absolutely bonkers because people steal ours all the time. And then they're going to put it on a channel. And because they're like the first people that come out of it, because they get AI to do it, so they don't have to sit and think about it. They don't have to write a script. They don't have to come up with an idea. They don't have to really film anything. It's all automated for them because they can do all that. Then they get all these views, which drives me absolutely insane. Like, I'm getting on here legitimately as a person, talking to you guys as people out there in the YouTube verse. And this person's over here crushing way more views than I am because they're the first ones to it. And they've got all the back end stuff probably laid out way better because they just scrub data off the internet and put it in there and it works, which is great. And if I knew how to do some of that would be awesome, but I don't want to me, I watched like 3 minutes of this video and I was like, I can't watch this knowing, number one, what they're doing. Number two, it's fake. It feels fake. It was one of those AI channels that just felt fake. And it was. After, like I said, after a few minutes of watching, I figured out, yep, this is definitely not a real person putting this together. So, I don't know. It just drives me crazy. What really drives me crazy is the people that steal that content to use, okay? Like, yes, we record at these races, but we pay money to go. We record, we spend the time posting, we do all that. I don't go in and just grab other people's stuff and like throw it in my videos without talking to them or whatever. Like, I don't do that, you know? And I've put out there very publicly, yes, with the thumbnails on the videos, because I know what's gonna happen. Y'all are gonna start pointing fingers or throwing stones. Like, I understand. For the thumbnails, I pull pictures off Instagram having no idea whose they are. I completely understand. And I've said from the beginning, I've had people message me whose pictures I've used, who said, haha, you're using my pictures. And I said, hey man, if it's a problem, I'll pull it. Like, no problem. I can find another picture. It's not a big deal. There's plenty of people out there that take pictures at these races, or there's plenty of old pictures or whatever. But I can get something, you know. I don't take pictures. And again, if anybody messages me, wants to, you know, has a picture that I've taken off of their Instagram or whatever, wants me to pull it down, no problem. They want credit for it, no problem. But outside of that, like, this is just what I do. But using the videos and stuff like that to like really make money and I don't know, man. I struggle with that. And I know it's kind of splitting hairs, like I said, especially saying it fully out loud now with what I do. Like, it's splitting hairs a little bit, but I don't know. It's weird. I don't particularly like it. I really don't like the AI side of it there, where it's like not a real person talking to you. Like, that's, I don't like it. Comment your thoughts down below. And I know some of you are going to freaking just throw it at me. That's fine. It's whatever. But comment your thoughts about the AusX Open. Comment your thoughts about my holster code reload rant there. And yeah, make sure to check out that 250 preview. Join the members area. And we'll see you all in the 450 preview here in a couple of weeks. Thanks. Later.